What's good, homies? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's something a little different, something a little laid back. It's actually been quite a while since I've done one of these odd one out perspective videos. I'll basically just be giving my thoughts on the Queensland team that was recently announced. So you've all probably seen the team already. If you haven't, I'll chuck a graphic up here on the left side. My overall thoughts on the team is decent. That's all I got to say about it. I won't go over each individual player, but I will go over what I'm happy about, optimistic about, and what I'm unsure of in terms of selections. And we'll start off with something positive, and that's the promotion of Jai Arrow and Josh Papali'i to the starting lineup. They've been super effective for Queensland coming off the bench. It'll be interesting to see if they could be just as impactful with more game time. In my opinion, Papali'i should have been a starter on the edge since game 1. I think he's just more of a threat than, say, someone like Gavin Cooper, who's I guess there for his defensive abilities, but he's way too one-dimensional in attack. As for Jai Arrow, like most, I've been impressed with the way he's handled Origin, and like I said earlier, I'm interested to see how he'll do with more game time. Surely he'd be more effective than Wallace, who's been pretty shocking for the first 2 games for me. Alright, so moving on, I think I'll talk about the little shift in the back 5. So Greg Inglis was ruled out of Origin 3 with an injury. Sad to see, but on the plus side, we get to see Billy Slater captain Queensland in his last ever State of Origin game. So with Greg Inglis out, Queensland welcome back Corey Oates onto the wing. As a Broncos supporter, I'm glad to see Corey Oates back in the Queensland jersey. He's in form, and I would have actually liked to see him in game 1 and 2 on the wing, and Gagai and Inglis in the centres, because Will Chambers, oh man, don't get me started on Will Chambers, but like I was saying, Corey Oates on the wing, he would have been great for us for those back fence returns. That's all in the past now. The series is gone. He's in the team now though, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he'll go. Okay, so the last thing I want to quickly go over, we all know, is that number 7 jersey for Queensland. Walters has decided to go for, in my opinion, the safest option, and that's bring in Daly Cherry Evans while moving Ben Hunt to the bench. Now we can criticize Ben Hunt's first 2 performances all we like. I've read articles about it being Hunt's fault. I've read articles about it being the forward's fault, not giving Hunt that platform to work from, but I actually kind of agree with the forward pack being lackluster. But in saying that, Hunt did have opportunities to close the game out for us in game 2. Not necessarily close the game out, but to score some points. And his decision making in those high pressure moments, he just wasn't delivering, and I could see why he's been moved to the bench. I think he might actually be more effective coming off the bench for someone like McCulloch maybe, or even playing at hooker, which I actually don't mind Ben Hunt as a hooker. I think he'd actually pose more of a threat in that hooking position late in the halves. I don't know, I guess we'll soon see. So that's Hunt to the bench. They've brought in Daly Cherry Evans. There's actually been a lot of debate about this selection, and in my opinion, well, I can definitely see why they chose him. They've brought him in as a safe option. They're trying not to get 3-0'd in the series here, and instead of putting all their money on a rookie to deliver, they've went the safe route like I said, and they've picked Daly Cherry Evans. Do I agree with the selection? Not really, but I can definitely see the logic behind the selection. I mean, if there's any time to give a rookie a go, you'd think now would be the perfect time. With the series already wrapped up, I think now would have been a good time to see how Ash Taylor would handle that 7 jersey. His stats alone show that he's capable of producing points. He has a pretty deadly kicking game, and especially close to the line. I'm pretty sure he's leading the competition in try assists too, so yeah, like I said, the stats support his claim to the 7 jersey, for this game at least, but I guess it just isn't his time yet, even though he's the informed number 7 in the competition right now for Queensland. Well, in my opinion at least. I've seen people comment about Walters saying that Taylor was too young. People then went on to compare him to Nathan Cleary, but what they failed to realise is that James Maloney is the one that's in control and that's steering the ship there at the Blues. I think if Queensland had a seasoned half like James Maloney to accompany Ash Taylor in the halves, then would see Taylor in the squad, but instead our seasoned player is actually Daly Cherry Evans. So yeah, I'm still excited for the game. Although we lost the series, I'm keen to see if the switch up in the middle will have any effect, and I'm especially looking forward to seeing if Daly Cherry Evans can deliver, if he's given that platform to perform. That pretty much wraps up this episode of the Odd One Out's perspective. Be sure to hit that like button for more Rugby League Live 4 content. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and join the Odd Squad. As always, thank you for tuning in. and I'll see you
carry one size, eating complex on 'em.
later.
Just another day, it goes on. If it rain, if it pours, you still good with me, girl. I suppose you be drinking every day in the dorm with your girls. It ain't good for your grades, but you already know it's a damn good thing.